Stop. Keep on, I said it ain't gon' stop. It ain't gon' stop, it ain't gon' flop. Stop acting like we ain't so hot.
What's going on, people? This is Inflewence back with another video. This is Siege War for Cybertron Springer. And he is mighty nice. And as you know, I don't really collect the main line, but I had to get this because it's Springer. And it's basically G1 Springer. You know, it has some stylings, but he was always like a Cybertronian car anyway. And so they just left him the same, almost exactly the same. I mean, I know the other ones, they almost left the same too, but they try to give him Cybertronian modes. He don't need one. So you get the instructions. Instructions are nice too. In this line, no more folded up and all creased up and crazy looking. Like sometimes they got a little out of hand with the instructions, but it's nice. It's pretty okay. There's a couple parts that you don't know what's going on with. Kind of hard to figure out, but nothing. If you collect Masterpiece, if you're a Transformers collector, let me put it that way, you're not gonna be too crazy, too hard. So yeah, here's the weapons. You got some weapon storage. This is the car mode. You know, I'm starting with car mode. Let me check out the box for a minute. I don't really, just a little bit of artwork there. Nice, actually nice artwork. Got the little instructions in the back. 25 steps, 26 steps. I guess 25 for the vehicle, 26 for the helicopter. 2 all modes, and you have that little nice artwork, which is pretty cool. And nothing on the back. He comes in robot mode, so you have storage. He has his sword / helicopter blades right here. They're nice, cool. He has storage for this thing, which is his helicopter blade right here, and his guns. But actually, his guns can store here. You can have it like that if you want. He's one of those cars that don't look bad with guns on him, because he looks like he should be armored up. I don't really like that look. I like him up here better. But then you have this thing where they tell you, in order to get it a little more stable, you can put it like this. Blades on the side. Make one big giant weapon. And I believe have this in the front like this, because these weapons go together. I don't know if that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So you got that going on there. You got this thing going on, or what you can do, you can store this and make like a giant gun sword weapon type thing. So he has a big giant cannon. That's more so in his or he can do that like this too. So you have that. There's a million ways. So skip all that. But if you don't like the thing spinning around, it has hooks right here, so you just throw it on there, and then you can put the guns in here like this. Then you have that going on, and it doesn't move, which I think looks dumb, but to each their own. So you have these guns. They're different, both different, but cool. The paint's nice. Has that weathering that I don't really like that much, but it doesn't look bad on him. Let's get it in helicopter mode. You gotta do a little couple things. Let's lift this up first, get it out the way. Get these legs out. They're like on a sandwich where you gotta like kind of lift them up. They're like in there together, but they don't tab straight. They like both go down, so it's weird. But after a couple times, as you see, it came off regular. Legs out. Pull that open like that. Pull this open like that. Then you want to turn these legs like this at the thigh swivel. Get them like that, and then you cording these bad boys out. So you flip this out like this just to get this together. Then you got to get these. You can get these arms out the way. They're like connected up in here. Okay, you can't see that. So they're like connected up in here somewhere. It's kind of hard to see, but I just get them out the way like this. The instructions show you don't really have to have them like this. Like it shows it like this, like there's about to be a crazy transformation or something, but you don't really have to have it like that. You just want to be able to get these legs. It swivels down, the hips come apart and come down so the legs are closer. See if I can do this behind camera. Yeah, see? Then the hips swivel down. Alrighty. And that's the first time I've done that behind the camera. So I think I had it like this. That's hilarious because I don't think anything broke. It just came out on the mushroom pig, but so there's one issue. Let's do this again. Try this one more time. Get these out the way. And that one's down. Okay. I don't know why that one was so hard to get down, but alright. So let's get back into action. Just push all these together. Alright, so let's get these legs together. They have pegs. So they're pegged together like this. And these pegs in the back can be kind of a pain because they don't line up all the way correctly. But once they push in, that's kind of what makes them very, very tight. I mean, they actually do line up, but you gotta get it, it's in a weird space. So, and be careful because as you can see, I exerted force. There you go. You got to get them like just right. Like you see how I had to bend them up. But once you do, it's in there tight. Ain't nothing happening. So then I just leave this because I want to get the arms right. Well, no, you can do this. So you just pull this up and bend these in first. Because as you can see, I tried the first time to do this and I'm like, it's not working. So spin these over here and then get these in here like that. It's not really a hard transformation, but it is a little complicated when you're trying to figure it out. Make sure these things are a pain. They're like covers for the spaces, but they pop up all the time. But it's alright. They're just a pain. So now, where you had it up before for car mode, you want these back a little bit for the helicopter mode. And they have pegs here that go into the sides. So it's like a double hinge. It's kind of cool. Take these parts arm down. Then you want to move this out, and this is on like a slider. And the first time, I think one of them's tight, but you slide it like that, and then you can go like that, move it back up in place, and get it back right. So now it exposes that peg that's gonna peg into here, into there. So if you don't do that step, you're not gonna be able to get that peg. So let's do it on this one too. So I'll show you what I mean. Lift this up, pull this arm down, get these out. And I think this one's the tight one. Yeah, this one is the tight one. It's really tight, but I guess rather tight. It's easier to do that way. Like one way, when you spin it, it's not too great. But the other way it is. So that's just trial and error. So now I can get the arm in to peg. Make sure. That's kind of how you know you lined it up. If you want to peg that in first and then you push this in. And it's supposed to click. This side doesn't click that much, but you can get it to stay. So you do the same thing over here. Got this little, make sure it's down, make sure that part is down. And then I try to put it into the slot. Show you this way. Yeah, see that arm slot? Try to put it into that slot first, because then it can push up, and make sure that this gets in the way like I said. So, and see how this one doesn't like click in. There it go. But it'll pop out again. And then you push this back, and this goes on there, and you can arm him up. You either put it up here, but I like the traditional over here. So what I think is cool, I think they did it on purpose. They have slots right here because the gun has these things, these other slots, so it fits into there. Let me get the other gun. So yeah, this gun, oh, let me get the focus. This gun doesn't have those slots, so it doesn't really matter, but I like that they put it on both sides, so you can put either gun on either side. You don't really got to worry about it. Get the helicopter blades. And you have Springer as a helicopter. Blades move. They move quite freely. They're in great. I like the blades. Like the blades, you can sit there forever. Like they spin really well, and they don't come out. They're not loose, and they don't feel like they will be loose like later. So you can get a little picture. Like then you got the wheels showing. You know, they took some liberties. It's not exactly like his G1, but I think it's close enough, and I think it's a great figure. So now we're gonna go helicopter the robot. I think that's all and of course you got all these pegs. You can put those mini bots and like the target masters. I forget what they're called, but they're not target masters now, but basically the same thing. You can put them on there and do whatever. So yeah, let's go into robot. And robot, his chest is a little tricky. I'll show you when we get there, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward if you can remember. I always start with this because this like kind of solidifies the whole thing. So I just lift that up and get the legs together. You pull these arms off. And you can just move these arms up like this. You don't even gotta put them back right until later. Just get all that out the way so then we can get these legs together. It's kind of like I said, this is in tight, so you fold that in, Fold that in. Fold this back up. Remember, you swiveled his legs on his thigh, so he kind of has like a double. It's for transformation, but I mean it works as a double jointed knee. So then you want to put his waist back together. How? See it a click, then you down. Then you want to spin these around. Get them in the front. Those mushroom pegs too, and the waist coming off isn't really a big deal. I mean, it's a mushroom peg, so. But those mushroom pegs are they feel like they may come off too eventually, but for now it's fine. So there you go. You got his legs done. Let's work on this. So I get this out the way. I'm gonna have to move this up. So let me finish these arms. I like to do the arms first. Get this out of here. Move this back. You just gotta get them back together like they were. But then you put them down, fold this down. Got an arm done. Do the other one same way. Get it out the way. Fold it down. Push it in. Flip it. You got arms. So now your arms are done. You can get that together. So now with this kind of like comes up. Okay, I'm just having a time tonight. Guess it's just friction. Friction on. Okay. And I'm gonna leave all this in there just so you can see. There are some issues, as there are with the main line, but it's okay. Half of it is me. Put this up. I have no idea what is going on. Pull that up and get it like that. That's what I was trying to do, but I was making it harder than it should be. Get this out of here like this. Oh, you couldn't see that. So you get that out, and you can turn his head around. And this is kind of tricky because you put this back together. Yeah, you can pull this up now. And this is his chest, but his chest goes like sandwiches his arms. And you kind of got to get them all together. The backpack doesn't really matter. So then we get this down like this. And it there's a hole on these arms that kind of lock it in. These two pegs go in there, but then they also sandwich up here with another clip. So it's a little tricky. Okay, I just had the most trouble I had with him since I bought him, and I've had him for a few days now. So I don't know. It's crazy, but I guess they don't really. I don't know. I thought they tabbed in. Maybe I did something wrong. Okay. Looks like I got it right. Yeah, it's a little tricky around there. And when you maneuver it, it can come out. But once you peg it in, it seems like it's pretty good. But let's go do articulation. So this is him. So his arms can sort of move 360. No, not really. They stop. So he has limited arm movement as far as articulation is concerned. Up to there, down to there. Don't know if you can move these. I guess you can articulate these two, so they're different. His shoulders go up to there, so that's kind of good. That's a good range, not bad. Head spins around, looks up like that, down, not too much movement up and down. He has bicep, elbow bend, and it's more than 90 degrees. It's double jointed. No, it's not double jointed. It looks double jointed, but it does have bicep swivel. His hands swivel, but he has the closed fist. Of course, waist has waist swivel. It's kind of limited, but I don't know how much waist swivel you're looking for, but it is limited. He has like a double jointed knee, but it does mess up the sculpt because it's really for transformation, so you get way more than 90 degrees. It's kind of weird looking, but even with his one knee, it gets more than 90 degrees. Thigh swivel, of course. He has ankle tilt, like crazy ankle tilt, crazy up, crazy, well, it's kind of limited, toe tilt down, but his pivot is nice. Thigh swivel, I said that. That's kind of like the knee. Of course, he do splits, and he is hurdling all hurdles. So on that front, he's pretty decent. And like I said, you can use that, but it does seem it's kind of limited because he can use that to try to get like an extra pose, but it doesn't look the greatest, and he will fall back. He's not that stable as far as, like, see how you can use that, but it's not stable at all. So like, you get some weird pose. I don't know, but he is pretty posable. See he has a wide array configuration of how you can have his weaponry. You either have his guns, you can store his things on his backpack. You can store that. You can store these right here if you want to, which is cool. He does have storage. You can see it, but if you'd rather have his swords, which I like his swords better. Have his swords. Then you can put these in here like this. And then you can't even really see them. You can a little bit, but it's not that bad. So yeah, this is Siege War for Cybertron Springer, and highly recommended. He is, $20. What more do you want? Like, I got him on Prime Day. I had extra $10 for shopping at Whole Foods. So yeah, Prime did me well, literally. Transform on Prime Day. So yeah, as you can see, his paint is alright. It's not the greatest, but I don't like that weathering that much. But it does look kind of good on him in spots. It looks better on his chest right now, I think. But yeah, this Siege War for Cybertron. If you like the review, give me a thumbs up. No, it's not too energetic this evening. All right, so.
Hip hop, I feel, I gotta say, who am I, you might say, influence, and I spit better than most in this game, provoking thought with no